Hey everyone, this is Moneyflip with the weekly watch list for the week of February the 15th. Actually, February 16th because the markets are closed tomorrow because it's a holiday, President's Day. This will be recorded and uploaded to Watchhimtrade.com YouTube channel for your review. I don't have too many tickers to watch today. Trying to be better with the selection. So I just want to go over a few things. As we've been talking about in chat, even if you don't trade the futures, you want to maybe have up a couple of mini charts just to kind of watch and see, to kind of give you a direction of things. So in chat tomorrow, I'll list a few of the tickers that we do watch from a futures perspective. But some of those tickers that I will show. So right now I'm going to switch my chart. And I have the extended hours up. Okay, so that's SPY, but we don't need to see SPY. This is a NASDAQ futures. I have that turned off. For some reason on this chart, I don't have the extended hours on. Let me change that real quick. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. So here's the rollover line right here. And you can see where we gapped up from Friday. Okay, so this is where we closed on Friday. We gapped up, and here we are. So right now, look right there. We are up 31 points on the NASDAQ futures. Okay, another one that we watch. I don't think anybody in chat trades this, but we watch it. Nikkei, which is Japan. So the Nikkei shot up because of ours. It's teetering back down a little bit, but overall it's still up. Okay, we watched the NKD. My main one is this one, the Dow Jones Transports, DJT. Okay, I watched that one. I'll back that one off back to a daily for you so you can see what it does. Okay, it's the Dow Jones Transports. There was some critical support right here when it broke. You can see what happened to the market. It just flushed, and it flushed hard. That was one of the ones that many of your pro long-term traders have been watching to see, so that if it broke, it was going to drag the markets with it. So that's another one. Many of us will watch crude. You have the bonds. The bonds are good to watch intraday because when the bonds go up, the market is going down. Okay, vice versa. So you can kind of get a little early read on the bonds and see how they're doing. Okay, so that's just a little bit on the futures. And one more that I do keep my eye on is the US dollar, Japanese yen. Okay, USD JPY. Okay, you can see how that just flushed, and the market's been doing the same thing. So kind of bounced on Friday, and here we are now. The US dollar was up a bit, but it's back down. So these are just some of the futures that the future traders watch, and as an options trader, you need to watch a few of those also because it can kind of give you some market direction. If we do get the stuttering or glittering sound, it is being recorded. I do have like a lot of resources being used, so my good buddy John York is in the process of helping me to build a supercomputer so I don't have to deal with this stuff. But anyway, I close a lot of charts, and hopefully the sound is much better. With that said, I did want to talk about stock buybacks. Okay, now I'm going to flash a chart on the screen. Anyway, my image is showing it like this. So this is a just like a splash page of a lot of the companies that are doing stock buybacks. They've been doing it here in the last week. Some of them probably have finished, but remember last week I had Verizon up. Verizon just like went on a tear, and that was due to his stock buyback. I mean, even when the market was down 300 points, Verizon was up. Okay, Wells Fargo, Comcast, United Technologies, P&G was one that I was watching how it was moving, and come to find out it had a stock buyback as well. Now you can Google stock buybacks. You can also go to this page, the online investor. I mean, if you just Google stock buybacks, you're going to find a lot of sites with that stuff on there. So this is just one. You can see down here a lot of the ones, when it was initiated, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let me take one. For example, Linux International, you can see theirs, but that one's only, well, yeah, that's $200 million buyback. Okay, so anyway, that's just something to look at, because a lot of these stocks, when they're ripping and the market's going down, they're doing buybacks. Okay, now just a couple of notes about buybacks. A company cannot buy back its stock within 5 weeks of its earnings. Okay, within 5 weeks of the earnings, you cannot buy back your stock. That's before the earnings. After the earnings, you can buy. Usually you have to wait 1 day, sometimes 2 days after, and it just depends on the company on how long they do their buybacks. I mean, they can do them for a while. Sometimes they can do them for 3 or 4 days. A chart that I will show you coming up is IBM, who did the buyback right after their earnings, and then when they start the buyback, you can see what happened to the stock. So I'll open that one up. Actually, I'll come back to that because I want to go over the indices first. So here's a chart of SPY. You can see SPY pretty much, I mean, on the money, man. Held that, yeah, held this low right here. Pretty much held that August low, which is what everyone was waiting for. Now, I'm going to say this. I still say we're in a bear market. I look for this to come back. So right now it's sitting at the 8 EMA. I look for it to bounce up to that 21. Might push on up to the 34, but I kind of doubt it. I think we're going to get about a week's worth of rally or so, something like that, and then we may head on back down. I could be wrong. We could get a really nice bounce back up to this fib 50% retracement right here, and then head back down. Who knows? I mean, I'm not a fortune teller, but I do like the markets to bounce a little bit here. So I'm more so looking for a few long trades. I do have some short trades out there, but I'm more so looking for some long trades right now. And I would love for the market to bounce really nice, because I mean, in this market, it's a bear market, so I'm looking for more short opportunities. With that said, I'm just going to jump right on in on these tickers. First one is Expedia. Expedia had a pretty good earnings, but here's the deal about Expedia. Expedia didn't really participate in the rally on Friday. To me, that's a flag, and it's already propped up right here. But now I want you to watch one thing. Priceline has earnings on Wednesday. Priceline, Expedia, I think Orbitz has a ticker as well, but I don't watch it too much. Priceline, Expedia, and Trip, they all move together. When one does good, the others run with it as sympathy plays. So you got to be careful if you're playing Expedia. I personally wouldn't swing Expedia until after Wednesday, when I see what happens with Priceline. If Priceline beats, Expedia is going to run with it. If Priceline misses, oh my gosh, Priceline is just going to be in the gutter from its all-time highs. Anyway, that's Expedia. I do like this one to the short side. Basically just Tuesday, because Wednesday Priceline reports, so I wouldn't mess with it after that. So basically just wait for Priceline on Wednesday, and that'll give you a good read on which way to go with Expedia. But if it weren't for the earnings of Priceline, I'm bearish on Expedia. It's had its nice little bounce, and time for it to come on back down. The other thing is Expedia can do, I have this in my notes, they can do their buyback on Tuesday. So Tuesday, look forward to maybe bounce a little bit more. Next one, Facebook. I'm still bullish on Facebook just because of the way it ran and hit that high 117. I don't like the way it didn't participate on Friday. I mean, I tried to play it to the long side, and that sucker just faded. I got stopped out. I still like this one bullish. But this thing needs to get it in gear and show me something on Tuesday, because if it doesn't show me anything, first day we go red, I'm shorting Facebook. I mean, it's just, you can't, I just expected a lot more out of Facebook right here. So that's my take on Facebook. Right now, I'll be watching it on Tuesday to see if it participates with the market. If the market rallies on Tuesday and Facebook doesn't, I'm looking to short Facebook, because it looks like it just wants to fail out of that. That could be a fake out on Friday, but when they don't participate like that, for me, that throws up a flag. The next one, Dunkin Donuts. I really like this chart. Okay, especially with some market rally, I really like this chart. Okay, look at this area here. Then we come right here, bounce up, pull back. This thing looks like it's ready to start its next leg higher. So that's Dunkin Donuts. I really like this one to push higher, so I'm long biased on Dunkin Donuts. And also in my indicators, my fast MACD is curling up, and also got positive momentum going. So that's Dunkin Donuts. Kind of got a bull wedge going on a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, pretty much got a bull wedge on it. I won't draw it right quick, but I like Dunkin Donuts to push higher. Now this one, Tesla. Pay attention to what I'm about to say on Tesla. And I still like Tesla, the company, but I try not to let that be my bias on the stock. That green line and that red line are fib extensions. Okay, it's already hit both of them. Okay, I'll take this back to a weekly. Okay, now you can see where it hit those from here and there. Okay, I'm looking for Tesla to bust a move back to the upside. Okay, the other thing about Tesla is you have higher lows of a close the last 3 days. Okay, so that's why I like Tesla back to the long side. Seems pretty good to me. But once again, you never know. It's starting, the negative momentum is slowing down, which is a good thing. Fast MACD is pushing back to the upside, so I think if we can get some market rally, market participation going on, I like Tesla to push to the upside, because it seems like it's holding a bottom right there. Okay, so that's Tesla. Next one, Mickey D's. Mickey D's. I just like the way this one is holding. The company has done a great turnaround since they got rid of their last CEO. So fundamentally, McDonald's has been doing pretty good. I actually just like this one to swing higher. I would have liked to have caught it down here somewhere, but it still has plenty of room to go. And I think with the market bounce, this one could be good for a short swing. Maybe 3 or 4 days or something like that. I do like to swing longer, but in this market, man, it's hard. It's real hard to swing, at least for me, to the upside. I seem like I can swing to the downside pretty easy, but to the upside, that's a little bit hard. Next one, Save, which is Spirit Airlines. This one has been holding up pretty good out of the airline group. You can see this channel pattern, slight rising wedge. I'm looking for it to actually break out of it. I'm looking for Save to break out of this pattern. Okay, it's in what we call a squeeze, so it's getting ready to do something, whether it be up or whether it be down. Okay, here I had a squeeze, and the squeeze fired long right there. Okay, so it ran 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Okay, there's some other squeezes that came in, and then when they fired, it fired to the short side. So I'm watching Save to see which way this one goes. I really think this one's going to push to the upside. So that's Save, Spirit Airlines. I like this one a lot to the upside. Back to another dog, LinkedIn. This thing, looks like it just wants to keep on coming down. I think a lot of hedge funds realize that this thing is not so great, that it's actually dead. That this thing is gapped down, kind of held a little bit of a base. I will have this one on watch daily for another short, because I mean, let it bounce. I mean, I just can't see a lot of buying coming into LinkedIn. I can see it bouncing, but I mean, LinkedIn at the beginning of the year was 200. It's 50% down on the year. I mean, that's crazy for that stock to come down that much. So anyway, horrible earnings. Doesn't look like it's going to get any better. So I actually will be shorting any bounces on LinkedIn. IBM. This is one that had that darn stock buyback. Okay. So IBM did their stock buyback right through there. Okay. When they stopped their buyback, boom, look what happened to the stock. Okay. Now it looks like it wants to bounce a little bit. I really hope it does, because it is in a clear downtrend, which makes it perfect for swinging short. Okay. IBM isn't doing any innovation or anything right now that I can think of. I don't see any catalyst to send this thing to the point where it reverses. So I would love to see this one, maybe push up another $5 to $10 and then get short on it. But IBM, this is not one I'd be into, say, on Tuesday or something. I'd like for the market to rally a little bit, and then I would get short on IBM. Okay, just because it's in a clear downtrend. That's my take on IBM. The next one is Exxon. Exxon has been holding up pretty good because they're still paying their dividend, and they haven't cut it like many other companies out there, let alone oil companies that have cut their dividend. If oil keeps pushing a little bit, Exxon has done really well. At this level right here, this is a spot where I could sell premium against Exxon, meaning sell a credit spread. You could go puts or calls, but at this level, I would sell a call credit spread against Exxon. Something such as maybe sell like an 84 or 86, 84, 86, sell that 1 or 2 weeks out. I think that'll be a good play. I just don't see oil, having a couple more 10, 12% days. Not saying that it couldn't happen, but to collect some premium, I think that would be a really good play on Exxon. So, one thing I like about Exxon, like I said, me personally, I'd probably look at selling a bull credit spread. Sorry. Yeah. Excuse me. A little stopped up. But anyway, I look at selling a call credit spread against Exxon, collect that premium. I just don't see it, rocketing to the moon or anything. So that's my take on Exxon. Next one is Starbucks. Starbucks had buyback as well. When their buyback stopped, the stock fell down. It has rallied a little bit. Let me show you something. So Starbucks has that little expanding wedge, as I like to call it, but I do like this one to bounce a little bit more. But just the same as with the market, Starbucks bounces, I'm looking to get short. Okay, but you always want to draw your levels, because that makes it really nice, so that you can see what levels you have to go against. So like right now, I feel better looking at this chart and the market. I feel better going long Starbucks than I do short. But if Starbucks was to get up here where my cursor is, after 3 or 4 days or at the end of this week, then I'm looking more so to get short, because I just feel like the market, we're in a bear market overall. So, but we need a good bounce in the market. Next one. This one I really like. Kellogg's. It is at the top of this channel. I mean, just lower highs. I mean, higher lows, sorry. Higher lows. It's at the very top of that channel. I'm looking for this one for continuation, just to keep on busting right on through that and break out of that channel and maybe run a little bit. This is one of my main watches. Had good earnings, and it's just been right on up ever since. So that's Kellogg's. I really like that one to the long side. Looking at one that I think is a very good short is XRAY. They had bad earnings. You can see what happened to the stock on Friday. I'm looking for a continuation on Tuesday. The only reason you had that big wick right there to me is because the market started to run. We were up 300 points on the Dow. You know, NQ, the S&P, they were all up. That's why you had that big wick. Started out bad, but then it got better. But I'm looking for this one to continue down on Tuesday when the market opens. And don't let Tuesday be red. These shorts are just going to be that much better. And the last two I have, FedEx, I've had on watch for a while. Played it once the other day, just a short trade. Let FedEx bounce a little bit more. Then get short again. I'd wait for it to get to that 21 or that 34 EMA. Here's the 21. Here's the 34 EMA. You can see what it did the last time at the 34. It touched it, came right back down. Same thing here. Bounced up, kept hitting his head on that 21 EMA, came right on back down. Okay, and just rode the 8 EMA all the way down. So that's FedEx. Overall, I'm bearish on FedEx, but like I said, with a few of these other stocks, let these things bounce a little bit and then look for your shorts on them. Last one is Wynn. These casinos have turned the corner in my opinion. They were beat down for a long time, and it seems like right now they want to. They're holding and consolidating on the daily. They look pretty good on the weekly as well. Wynn and Las Vegas Sands, and I have to look at Caesars Resorts and Casinos. I'll flip those up here in just a second. But Wynn had good earnings, did very well on Friday, got over some resistance, has other small resistance all the way up to about 76. You can call it 77 if you want to, but I feel like it can still push up to that level and see what we get there. So I do like Wynn to keep on pushing come Tuesday. That is one that I'm long biased on Tuesday, especially in a green market. Usually when stocks like beat or miss their earnings in conjunction with the market going the same way, they seem to do that stuff for 2 or 3 days. Okay, so I'm long biased Wynn. I'll just take a peek at Las Vegas Sands. You can see it ran as well on Friday off of Wynn's earnings. I like this one to push higher as well. Actually, this one may run a little bit more than Wynn if it gets over. Yeah, that's clear resistance. This thing is at 44. I actually like this one a little bit better. Gets over 45. I mean, it's clear all the way up to 52. Okay, I actually like this one a little bit better than Wynn. Okay, so that's Las Vegas Sands. The other casino, I think I got the ticker right. CZR, Caesars. Yeah, and that one's dead to me. So I don't like that one. Anyway, any questions? I know it's Valentine's Day and a lot of people are watching the NBA All-Star Game, which is myself as well, but I hate Valentine's Day, but that's neither here nor there. If no questions, guys, this will be uploaded. Sorry for the glitching or whatever. Like I said, working on building a new computer. I just got so much running on this thing. But when it's recorded, it doesn't show that. So anyway, this will be uploaded. If you got any questions, shoot me an email, Moneyflip@Watchhimtrade.com. Catch me on Twitter, whatever. Good luck. Happy trading, guys. See you in the chat on Tuesday. Peace.